你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
What does Xiao Zhan, who is in the two vortexes, tell us? Xiao Zhan is in the vortex again. It turned out that Tencent held two banquets for Xiao Zhan. The celebration banquet of Please Advise the Rest of Your Life and the finalization banquet of The Sea and the Dream. This time, Xiao Zhan is still at the encircled core. The one on the right is Sun Zhonghui, the CEO of Tencent. Sitting on the left is Jerry, president of Tencent Photonics Studio, and Fang Fang, director of Tencent's online video production department, the copyright director of Tencent's film and television drama, Yang Xiao, the producer of Chen Qingling, and others sat in order to accompany. This reminds Miahu not only of another vortex that passed away not long ago, when Xiao Zhan was surrounded by slander, insults, lies, slander are quick blows that kill Xiao Zhan. One peak, one hell. What does Xiao Zhan, who is at the center of the two vastly different vortexes, want to tell us? 1. Time is the best notary. Time is a great writer and it will give everyone the perfect ending. This famous quote by comedy master Chaplin is appropriate for Xiao Zhan. In those dark days, Xiao Zhan got up from an amateur, and in a short period of time, he rose to the ground with a drama. Its starting point is low, its prosperous speed is fast, and its achievements are great. It is also reasonable to become the target of public criticism. He has no background, no capital, and no background. If he criticizes such three products, he naturally does not have to worry about being counterattacked. He was so red, so relaxed, and his momentum was so strong that he was salivating for just a little profit. Naturally, it needs to be stifled. Xiao Zhan, who was in the quagmire, did not defend himself. And the wheel of time rolls over the harsh winter, throwing away criticism and darkness along the way, loaded with truth and warmth, rumbling into the spring of 2022. Xiao Zhan finally ushered in the spring that belongs to him, and Xiao Zhan, who was covered in glow, still did not boast a word for himself because he wants to tell us, time is the best judge and notary. Whether it is merit or demerit, honor or disgrace, the final answer will be announced at its own time. 2. Strength is the strongest game breaker. The cumulative search volume of the headline Xiao Zhan has reached 117.82 billion, while China's total population is only 1.412 billion. This means that Xiao Zhan has entered the world stage and is a well-deserved top ceiling. Just take the above two dramas as examples to see Xiao Zhan's amazing strength. The Rest of My Life had a backlog of 3 years. And it was a blockbuster when it was first broadcast, and then it made great progress all the way. The cumulative playback volume has approached 5 billion, which means that the average playback volume of a single episode has exceeded 100 million. Xiao Zhan's commercial value has risen, and his super influence and appeal. Advertisers are flocking to it, and Xiao Zhan now has more than 40 endorsements. And The Sea and the Dream has been selected into the 2019-2022 Recording New Era Project Beijing's key tropic selection planning film list as a work showing the struggle of Beijing youth and reappearing the main theme of the passionate youth in the 1970s, received key support from the government. Xiao Chunsheng, played by Xiao Zhan, has become the spiritual symbol of that generation. And all of this has made Tencent a lot of money, and it is a cash cow that Tencent must not ignore. This does not include the direct discounted income of fans who spend their money on the charts to buy members. Therefore, in order to save Xiao Zhan's time, the two banquets were held in Hengdian. So the strength is you didn't make rules, but people around you make rules based on you. This is what Xiao Zhan wants to tell us. Struggle accumulates strength, and respect comes from strength. Strength is the strongest game breaker. 3. Character is the best margin. The first whirlpool happened to be Xiao Zhan's second whirlpool. Xiao Zhan's modest gentleman, warm heart, icy wisdom, bottom line thinking, pure responsibility. It has long been recognized in the entertainment industry and the most solid guarantee in the hearts of fans. Xiao Zhan was innocently killed, but he issued a letter of blame to take the blame on himself, relying on his own strength to protect those fans who truly walk with him through the storm. Only then is the dazzling Red Sea and the dazzling tears in the eyes of Xiao Zhan, who is all alone and brave. Xiao Zhan's difficulty is well known in the endorsement circle. To speak for him, he needs to look at a lot of your documents, certificates and qualifications. As long as there is a little violation, he would turn around and leave without hesitation, without any room for negotiation. This is the status quo where Xiao Zhan's endorsement will be empty in seconds. Just in terms of meow pigs, I saw Xiao Zhan sued a few black businessmen and black fans. Meow who even omits the verification link directly, that is, from the bottom of his heart, he is sure that Xiao Zhan is right, and he firmly believes that Xiao Zhan will win. Why? Because Miahu believes in Xiao Zhan's character. If he is right, it must be correct. If he is wrong, the responsibility must lie with the other party. Miahu still remembers the heartfelt words of director Chen Jialin when Xiao Zhan was in a storm. He is very polite, very humble. As an actor, he is worthy of this profession. Singing on stage, he is worthy of the profession of singer. Teacher Lin Hai said, "A good boy. Everyone should not consume him like this. The more people you meet, the more you know how good he is." This may represent someone who understands Xiao Zhan's quality and loves Xiao Zhan as a human being, and tells the world. 4. Tenacity is the best progression stone. Xiao Zhan has been able to go from a layman to today, thanks to his tenacity. Kicked off the toe cap, sweating profusely from the pain, he said firmly, "Continue to practice tomorrow." In order to take a good shot, he hanged Wei dozens of times in one day, and even the director couldn't help crying. More than 10,000 lines, he knew it by heart overnight, and the next day he stood at the audition site of As Dream with confidence. This is his tenacity towards his work, but in addition, he must face the dangers of people's hearts and the difficult environment. No matter how big the grievance is, he will shoulder it, and no matter how big the hardship, he will silently internalize it. For the slander that was more sad than coolly eye, he chose to be calm and waved goodbye. The strong can fight and triumph in the storm of fate. So perseverance will pay off sooner or later. Angel's words may be exactly what Xiao Zhan wants to tell us. 5. Faith is the strongest base. From one whirlpool to another whirlpool, when the valley is low, do not give up on oneself, feel sorry for oneself, and despise oneself. At the peak of the peak, he is not arrogant. Xiao Zhan seems to be a perpetual motion machine. Always face the chaos and noise of the world according to your own rhythm and style. What made him so calm? That must be the unbreakable faith in his heart. Only when he is in the dark center can he still yearn for the light. When surrounded by flowers and applause, he still does not forget his original intention, and it is not easy to be authentic. This belief is the principle and bottom line of his dealings with others and the world, with good intentions, and firmly believe that the world is also made up of good thoughts. The world kisses me with pain, but I return it with a song. When he opened his arms and embraced the sun just happened to embrace him. Faith is the reality of those with strength. Faith is the rare of the struggler. Xiao Zhan has said it for a long time. From the quagmire and abyss of the past to the gathering of friends today, the 30-year-old Xiao Zhan has gone through 300 years of cold and warm world conditions. No matter what kind of whirlpool he is in, he is not in a hurry, strolling leisurely. Always keep a sober mind, persistence in goals, and implementation of kindness. Insist on being yourself. This is what Xiao Zhan, a man of constant attack, told us.